if you watch that movie, what was that movie? Mel Gibson, he told me about it. Apocalypto. Those are the Mayans, which mainly was Zebulun, some was Issachar. You know, but they were sacrificing people, man. They killed live people and took the heart while they beat, and they sacrificed to it. That's in the scriptures too. But you Indians, you so-called Latinos, all right, you went off and the Most High judged you. All right, keep reading.
It says, "Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease."
Right, the pomp, which is the staff, meaning your power. The pomp of the strong to cease. Okay, keep reading.
"And their holy places shall be defiled."
All right, your temples, man. All right, the temples that you built to the Most High. All right, keep reading.
"Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace."
Right, the Indians shall seek peace. You know, they said, okay, you know what? They're too big. Let's try to seek peace with them. You know, but what happened?
They broke every treaty.
They broke every treaty, man. But keep reading.
"And there shall be none."
Right, so they shall seek peace and there shall be none. Because the white man, whenever the white man comes, like John 10:10, the thief cometh not before to steal, to kill, to murder. Right? That's the white man. That's his M.O. Look what he's doing in Iraq. Look what he's doing in Afghanistan. What do you call it? The earthquake in Japan. Right? When Japan asked for America's help, America had naval ships already in South Pacific Asia, man. What the hell are they doing there? If America asked for U.S. help, you would expect that they were coming from the East Coast or somewhere, from America. But what the hell are they doing in Indonesia, in the Philippines, right? Why are there naval ships there? This is a free country, if this is a free world. If countries have their sovereignty. Because the white man controls the whole world, according to Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know? Keep reading.
26. "Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet."
That's right. So that's when the Indians, they try to seek a vision. You know, but the Most High didn't raise up a prophet because that was the time to go down. You know, they couldn't go to the elders. There was no prophet. So they were just destroyed totally. All right, keep reading.
"But the law shall perish from the priests."
That's right.
"And the counsel from the ancients."
That's right. So the law perished from you. You forgot the law. That's why I'm Chilean today. I'm Hispanic. You know, I'm a Negro. No, you're not. You're none of those things. That's a byword. That's your enemy's name. All right, keep reading.
"The king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way, and according to the deserts will I judge them."
All right, but what was their way? The Israelites went up. All right, up to verse 27. That's it.
Yeah. "And they shall know that I am the Lord."
Come. All right. You have some? No. All right. Next book I want to bring out is this called "Lies My Teacher Told Me." Okay. This is a good book. Your brothers should try to get it. You know, it's pretty sick. $15. All right. It's by James W. Lowen, author of Lies Across America. Okay. Let's go to page 54. All right. Okay, this is page 54. It says, on his first voyage, Columbus kidnapped some 10 to 25 American Indians and took them back with him to Spain. Only 7 or 8 arrived alive, but along with the parrots, gold trinkets, and other exotica, they caused quite a stir in Seville. Ferdinand and Isabella provided Columbus with 17 ships, 1,200 to 1,500 men, cannons, crossbows, guns, cavalry, and attack dogs for a second voyage. And that's the white man, isn't it? Because what's his blessing? The sword. That's what the white man loves. Right? One way to visualize what happened next is with the help of the famous science fiction story War of the Worlds. H.G. Wells intended his tale of Earthlings' encounter with technologically advanced aliens as an allegory. His frightening British commoners were analogs to the primitive peoples of the Canaries or America, and his terrifying aliens represented the technologically advanced Europeans. When Columbus and his men returned to Haiti in 1493, they demanded food, gold, spun cotton, whatever the natives had they wanted, including sex with their women. So they raped your woman too. To ensure cooperation, Columbus used punishment by example. When an Indian committed even a minor offense, the Spanish cut off his ears or nose. Disfigured the person was sent back to his village as living evidence of the brutality the Spaniards were capable of. Naturally, the Spaniards won, according to Kirkpatrick Sale, who quotes Ferdinand Columbus's biography of his father. The soldiers mowed down dozens with point-blank volleys, loosed the dogs to rip open limbs and bellies, chased fleeing Indians into the bush to skewer them on sword and pike, and with God's aid soon gained a complete victory. That's right, so the Most High was on the Spaniard side. Alright, we're not denying that's in the Bible. But guess what? Like the white man is going down today, God is with us, bringing you down.
That's right.
Alright? Killing many Indians and capturing others who were also killed. Having as yet found no fields of gold, Columbus had returned some kind of the dividend to Spain. In 1495, the Spanish on Haiti initiated a great slave raid. They rounded up 1,500 Arawaks, then selected the 500 best specimens, of whom 200 would die en route to Spain. Another 500 were chosen as slaves for the Spaniards staying on the island. The rest were released. A Spanish eyewitness described the event. Among them were many women who had infants at the breast. They, in order the better to escape us, since they were afraid we would return to catch them again, left their infants anywhere on the ground and started to flee like desperate people. And some fled so far that they were removed from our settlement of Isabella 7 or 8 days beyond mountains and across huge rivers, wherefore from now on scarcely any will be had. Columbus was excited. In the name of the Holy Trinity, we can send from here all the slaves and Brazil wood which could be sold. He wrote to Ferdinand and Isabella in 1496, Castile, Portugal, Aragon, and the Canary Islands, they need many slaves, and I do not think they would get enough from Guinea. He viewed the Indian death rate optimistically. He quotes, although they die now, they will not always die. The Negroes and Canary Islanders died at first. In the words of Hans Koning, there now began a reign of terror in Hispaniola. Spaniards hunted down Indians for sport and murdered them for dog food. Alright? You have some, bro?
Yeah, can I read something?
Yeah.
Going back to what the brother just read, if there's anybody that's watching this video right now and still wants to agree with Esau and saying it's okay, he only killed us, he put us in captivity, he fed us to I believe dogs, cut off our ears, that's not okay. And what the scripture has to say is Proverbs 11 and 21. Though a hand joined in hand with the wicked shall not be unpunished.
Read it again, but
Slakia.
probably, yeah.
Though a hand join in hand.
Right, so hand join in hand. Oh, Martin Luther King. Right, white people and black people holding hands, and Hispanics and Native Americans. No, that's not going to happen. Alright? Because the Bible says, though hand join in hand, though you join in hand, though you jolly happy, read on.
The wicked shall not be unpunished.
Alright, so the wicked shall not go unpunished. The wicked is you Edomites, Esau.
That's right.
Alright, keep reading.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Right, who's the seed of the righteous? Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, who became the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay?
And that's
I'll read something else. Okay. Page 57. It says, beyond acts of individual cruelty, the Spanish disrupted the native ecosystem and culture. Forcing Indians to work in mines rather than in their gardens led to widespread malnutrition. The intrusion of rabbits and livestock caused further ecological disaster. Disease, new to the Americans, played a huge role, including swine flu, probably carried by pigs that Columbus brought to Haiti on his second voyage. Look at that, man. You Edomites are so dirty. You know, you brought fucking swine flu. Alright, you brought the common cold, mad cow disease, malaria. Alright, smallpox. Because the Indians never had smallpox. You know, when we're young these days, you mostly have smallpox. You got to get that shot. Alright, because according to Arthur Koster, the 13th tribe, he tells you that crackers are living so filthy, you would wear clothes until they disintegrate off your body. That's how nasty you were, man.
Caveman.
Yeah, caveman. Geico caveman. Alright? Some of the Arawaks tried fleeing to Cuba, but the Spanish soon followed from them there. Estimates of Haiti's pre-Columbian population range as high as 8 million people. When Christopher Columbus returned to Spain, he left his brother Bartholomew in charge of the island. Bartholomew took a census of Indian adults in 1496 and came up with 1.1 million. The Spanish did not count children under 14 and could not count Arawaks who had escaped in the mountains, which is prophecy because the Arawaks, those are mostly Ephraim, and you know, they dwelt in Bermuda, Jamaica, you know, those small islands, and they're all exterminated from there. But they fled to what is now today's Puerto Rico, up in the mountains where the Spaniards couldn't get them, because that's in prophecy. That's in Genesis chapter 49. All right. Kirkpatrick estimates that a more accurate total would probably be in the neighborhood of 3 million. By 1516, according to Benjamin King, thanks to the sinister Indian slave trade and labor policies initiated by Columbus, only some 12,000 remained. Las Casas tells us that fewer than 200 full-blooded Haitian Indians were alive in 1542. By 1555, they were all gone. All right, so they were all killed. Columbus not only sent the first slaves across the Atlantic, he probably sent more slaves, about 5,000, than any other individual. So I'm just showing you that not only Negroes were on the slave ships, but Indians were on the slave ships, because you got a lot of boneheads out there saying, oh, the Indians, they're Asians and they're Gooks and they're Moab, they came from Bering Strait from Asia, you know, they don't fit the prophecies. Well, here I'm showing you that they were on slave ships. And the only reason there wasn't a full slave market was because they needed them to work in Hispaniola and different Caribbean islands. And they worked them so hard that they were extinct. Therefore, they looked to West Africa, where the Israelites were, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and they said, okay, we can take these Israelites and bring them here on slave ships. We're not going to work them in Africa. We're going to work them in the New World. All right, that was prophecy. Can you get Deuteronomy 28 and 29?
Deuteronomy 28 and 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed. And
only oppressed. Nothing you do. You're an Uncle Tom, that's great. You're more controlled. The white man doesn't love you any more than the rebel. So you understand? You're just going to be oppressed continually. You get your little benefits, but you're an Uncle Tom. You're a 2/3 man. All right? You're not cool with the Most High. All right? Keep reading.
And spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Right, no man shall save thee. Okay? Not Obama, not Malcolm X. Okay? Not Che Guevara. All right?
Not Martin Luther King.
That's right. All right? Now go to verse 59, 58.
58. It says, Deuteronomy 28 and 58, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God.
That's right, which is Yahweh. So if you don't fear that name, that glorious name, because there is one name, all right, then you shall be destroyed. Was that just 50? That was it?
Yeah, 58.
And then go to verse 30 for me.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife,
Betroth.
a wife, and